Welcome to Beef and Hip Hop and Life on Sentient Synchronicities. We're doing this morning on a Sunday morning because you know what it is. You know, a lot of people will be chilling. People will be going to church. They'll be praying. You know, but what are we doing? We're talking about the people that aren't doing that. Literally, we're talking about the people that aren't chilling today because there is beef going on a daily basis, and a lot of people seem to pay attention only to the surface level of what the industry has to offer. But you gotta remember, there's some underground levels to that. There's all kinds of interconnectedness to everyone. And at the end of the day, everybody likes to pick side in beef. It is what it is. You know, and when I say that, I'm like, yo, I'll eat the popcorn, you know, with some nutritional yeast on there, some cocoa butter, you know, like natural stuff, and I'll just watch the drama. I don't eat beef. I don't do byproducts. I don't do meat. I don't do that kind of nutrition because that shit's toxic. It's type 1, type 2, type 3 carcinogenic. So I'm like, yo, I watch the beef going on and I'm like, oh, these people have beef? Okay. I see Nas and Jay-Z. I was like, yo, Nas wins easy. Jay-Z's a piece of shit. Now we know because of Puffy. Same thing with Pac back in the days, all his enemies. But then Nas was one of his enemies. So Nas took out Jay-Z. Pac takes out Nas. Except that people would say, well, no, Pac didn't take out Nas. I'm like, oh, just wait. You know, the 7-day theory is not what you're thinking. It's way more complex than that. It multiplies too, and there's all kinds of delays on karma. So it's never what we think it actually is. Pac's vengeance is still enacting itself, you know, it's still happening. Look at what's happening to Puffy. Look at what's happening to the whole industry. Look at all the big figures that are going to fall now. That's Pac's revenge. It's happening. One nation is forming itself. We're here. Like, we're living this. This is the age and the era where all of this shit is going on. So please hop on in. If anybody listens to this, I would say, yo, it would be a pleasure to actually see some people hopping in on this discussion and talking about it, because I'm like, I want to hear what people have to say, not on some stupid shit like Biggie's flow was mathematical. The guy was a piece of shit. He talked about raping children and liked them underage with no hair in between. He said that in his raps. So Biggie was a piece of shit, period. That's it. Pac should have popped him. He died. Good riddance. Good riddance. His own mother said he was going to burn in hell. Biggie himself said, when I die, fuck it, I want to go to hell because I'm a piece of shit. It ain't hard to fucking tell. So let's get into some other beef. Who else has said some horrible lyrics like that? Immortal Technique. I can't even quote you what Immortal Technique said on here because it's too sick in the head. Can you imagine that? And people call him a revolutionary. I've dissed him back since 2003. And he made apologies, and his manager and himself and his sister made apologies and said this was never supposed to be published. It was a drunken freestyle on a UK radio. I'm sorry, it was called the Silence Revolution. Go listen to that. If you can find the Blackout freestyle, you'll know what I mean. You listen to the Black Album by Wu-Tang Clan, there's a lot of shit that should be censored on there. A lot of horrible abominations that people are speaking in the industry. So I'm like, this is beef. This is beef. I got beef with all of you. This is beef in hip-hop. This is what it is. You know what I mean? Beef in life. I got beef with anyone that's calling any person an N-word. Or like, say, if you think of Kendrick Lamar when he says that his brothers are C-words or N-words, or that women are tired this or that, I'm like, yo, I don't stand for that shit. I'm sorry, you're not my king. You're not the king of this industry. You're just another gimmick. I'm sorry, I just don't relate to anyone. These days, I check everyone and I'm like, yo, doesn't make any kind of sense. I'm like, go away, go play in a cactus filled backwards, blindfolded. Go poke yourselves properly. I'm like, I don't care about any of you dudes anymore. You're not artists, you're garbage to me. I take out the trash at -40, barefoot and bare chest, and I flip machetes at the same time, and I'd be like, yo, you want to come record an album live? Let's do a freestyle, one take, first take, because that's what I do these days. I'd say get on my level, homie, but I wouldn't want to sound stereotypical. It's so fucked up. You know, what's going on with this industry? So many people glittering for the wrong reasons, false stars up in the sky, and I'm like, yo, we're staring up and watching like we're thinking this is all normal, but it's chemtrails in the middle of all of that, and it's coming through with planes, and people are saying, yo, that's normal, it's just happening, it's used to travel, you know, that's just, that's what it is. You know, it's going through the air and it causes pollution, you know. But I'm like, no, that's not what it is. They're dropping chemicals upon us to make our brains go numb. They're trying to fuck us up at neo-Nazi frequencies with technology made from child slave labor and all of that. And forgive me if I make any semantic or syntactic field mistakes in the process of all that I'm speaking, but still, this is off the top of the dome. It's a freestyle. It's on the weekend. This is Sunday. Most people are worshiping in church, or maybe not, because these days not that many people are going there. There's a lot of zombies I see, like at the corner store, the groceries, that are shuffling around trying to eat steak and meat and eggs and cheese and bacon. That's all they want, because they don't know any better. Their brains are dead. It's barely like they have 2 brain cells left, and they're not even functional. That's zero karma. That's the beginning of the Kardashian scale, but we're not even on 1. Can you imagine that? If we get to the end, that means we can create planets and planetary systems. We can control universes like we're beyond Omega level mutants. In the Marvel comics and beyond that, in DC and all of that, I'm S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm level 19 clearance. They call me Weapon X19 for short in CISA's documents. Go check my files, there's a lot of them. Yo, peace, Jen. What's going on? Yo, let me flip some machetes live just for you, because you know what it is. It's a freestyle. This is beef and hip-hop and life. Yo, okay. This is a goddess that I met a while ago. She saw me live when I was walking barefoot downtown on the Wellington Street. And I started showing them videos of flipping machetes. I got them right here. Let's do this live just for fun. You know how sharp they are. But you just saw me live on video, so I guess it's the same thing, yo. She's really gorgeous, yo. She's a goddess. It's a pleasure to meet you again, yo. You know what it is. It's live Sunday morning when people are going to church and chilling or yawning, just waking up and having breakfast and coffee. I'm flipping machetes and I'm doing all of that. Yo, and then I'm smoking a blunt. At the same time, I have to go pick it up and do this shit live, because you know what it is. Yo, Daryl, what up? Peace to everyone. Peace to who's in the building. Let me spark this up. This is called 333 Prayers. This live from a Weapon X19 album called Covert Ops, because you know what it is. I'm on Terrace, watch this. But when you say that kind of shit live, people think this guy's delusional. He must be smoking some good shit. I'm like, yo, I am. It's called Wedding Crasher. I got it from the Listigouche Micmac Reserve off the block here. I'll go live in Matapedia for a while in a bit, but until then I'm living in Kozapskal, Kasubskul, because our enemies used to sup on the skulls of their enemies, because you remember that shit, I promise you. This is back in the days of native wars when we used to scalp colonists. Yo, peace to all of you.